Hi, I'm Lori Spielman, First Selectman for the Town of Ellington, and welcome to our show, and happy first day of spring.
Yay!
With my guest today is Diane Trube, head of many things in town. First of all, Diane, I want to say thank you so much for everything you do in town. I don't know how you have the energy to do all this stuff. You're involved in the Farmers Market, Nellie McKnight Museum. I mean, those are huge things. They're not like small, and you stay on top of everything. It's amazing. So
My pleasure. It's fun.
thank you.
You're welcome.
And let's talk about what's exciting going on at the Farmers Market.
All right. Big time at the farmers market this year is we are moving. We are moving to 72 Maple Street. It could be 70, 72. It's
Or 80.
or 80. It's a big open lot. We're very excited. The reason we're moving is Arbor Park needs some major renovation. The roots of the trees were dangerous, and we have to move out for the town to be able to do some great repairs on Arbor Park. But our move is actually permanent. Reason being, better parking, huge. We're gonna have parking on site. It's a little better open space for us, and we're really excited. So work is started already. We need to put electricity. We need to, our local business, the Barnyard, is donating for the year a pavilion for us to have music. So we are so thankful to the Barnyard. We have to move our shed, and the town is leveling off and helping us do this.
So this is, Maple Street is the same road that the Ellington High School is on.
Yep.
The senior center, and
Yes.
and it's almost behind the chuck wagon.
Right. So actually, it butts up Arbor Park. So improved parking will be, there's going to be about, it's a big lot, so there's going to be about 70 on-site lots. But when you can also go into Arbor Park, and there's the parking lot in the back, which backs up to Center School, will be open. There's a sidewalk to the market. And then the town parking lot is right next door too, and you can just come into the market that way. So parking will be greatly improved, and the traffic congestion from moving it from Main to Maple will improve tremendously.
Oh, that's great. And it's wonderful to have a nice spot that's all your own. And
Yeah, it's very exciting. So I just wanted to explain a little about what the Farmers Market is. So Ellington Farmers Market is a nonprofit 501c3. We are self-funded. The town supports us by letting us use their land, thank goodness, and they are providing the labor for our move, and it's much appreciated. But we have to earn our money for many things, and one of our biggest things is that we match SNAP and Farmers Market Nutrition Program vouchers. Our SNAP matching, so if you are on SNAP and you come with your EBT card, we swipe it and take off what you would like. This winter we did up to $50. If we took $50 off, we will give you $100 to shop at. The summer market, it's probably going to be 30. So if you swipe 30, we'll give you 60 to shop with. That matching part we get funded from End Hunger Connecticut. The other thing we do that hardly any farmers markets do in the state, I think there's one other, is we match Farmers Market Nutrition Program vouchers. These are vouchers that go to low-income seniors and women on WIC. We self-fund that matching. And this year, just that program alone funded $15,000.
wow.
In SNAP, we also gave $15,000, so $30,000 matched means over $60,000 went through the farmers market to low-income people to buy healthy market food. So
That's
it's really
wonderful.
It's
And
really
it's nice to
huge.
get people out and, you know,
Yeah, it's
socializing.
The people that take advantage of these programs are so appreciative. It's so lovely to see. They really love it.
So what do you have going on at the Farmers Market?
So we are going to start the year May 4th with our most popular Barnyard Babies, where kids come and they can hold a baby chick or pet a sheep We'll have little alpacas there. We'll have a litter of pigs, which in truth is the most popular. If you never got to hold a 2-week-old pig, it's the way to go. They're just lovely. So that starts, and then the next week is Mother's Day Festival. So every week there's a new theme, and the guest vendors are kind of match that theme. So a textile day, it's sewing, it's yarns and anything made with fabric.
Amazing is every weekend you have a different theme going on. It's amazing.
Yeah. Our most popular last year, which we're gearing up better for this year because we had no idea it would be so popular, was the Pickle Festival. We didn't have a pickle in the market at 10:15, and we had lots of pickles, so we're gearing up that, and we'll have more pickles. That's not till July 27th, but that's the themes that are like Strawberry Festival, Blueberry Festival, Peach Festival, where Luann's comes in and makes shortcakes. Those are always very popular. We have Dog Day coming, where dog adoption agencies will come, and oftentimes they bring puppies. You can visit the puppies, adopt the puppies, so that's pretty popular too.
Well, what else I love is when the kids make the little race cars out of the vegetables.
Yeah, Zucchini 500 drag race.
Right.
It's a blast. It's so much fun. It's just small town fun. So our mission as a farmer's market is to build community. So it is, a lot more than shopping. It is a place to go for free music. People can come and just sit all day if they want, sit all morning, 9 to 12. You don't have to buy anything, or you can just get a coffee and a muffin. And it's just a place because in our town, we don't really have a central meeting place. We don't have a downtown like communities, and that helps bring people together. So our mission is really to build our community and our community Ellington, but also surrounding towns.
And also, in that same location, I've got a grant for planting trees for Treescape. So hopefully they'll kind of help facilitate and make it a little nicer.
Yeah, we do have a couple trees on the site. The shade is not as much as it was in Arbor Park, but we will put up, the first couple years, we'll put up tents so people can be under the shade to watch the music. And the market itself is planting 6 trees in the middle. So in a few years, it might be a little skinny shade, but it'll grow.
Yeah. Well, I think you're planting the seed, and I think it's going to be great for years to come.
Yes, we really need to look at the future, and Arbor Park was not going to be the future. So it's exciting.
It's great. Arbor Park can still be used for different things, but this year Arbor Park will be closed, and we are going to remove a few trees, plant a few trees, basically redo the whole grass area.
Yeah.
So, and with that, I don't know if you've driven into Arbor Park, right in the corner, there's a whole area that has been, there was a mound there.
Yeah.
We cut it all down, and we are putting in an outdoor fitness area.
Yeah, that's great.
So people can walk around. A lot of people walk around the park, and you can walk because the lights are on. So people can walk at night in the summer. Great. And outdoor fitness equipment, this is going to be fantastic. I've seen it in New Britain like 20 years ago, and it still looks like the day I saw it.
Oh, good.
But it's outdoor bikes, all sorts of equipment that people can use.
That's great. That's another building community. The more free things we have in our community for people just to enjoy, the better.
And also, I have another whole thing just like that is going at the senior center.
Oh,
and
exercise everywhere.
Also, we started renovating a couple rooms at the senior center. We're doing regular fitness.
Oh, perfect. To put exercise, you can go there.
Right.
Perfect.
Indoors, but in the summer, this is going to be huge.
Oh, that's great.
And people, like even the last few weeks, people would be out there.
Oh, yeah.
Because people are already itching to get out and walk and move and everything else. So our Public Works Department has been very busy since we don't have much snow. They recently ripped out all the plants at the library. Everything is gone.
Oh, the landscaping?
All the landscaping is gone. We have a grant, and we're going to put all new landscaping in. A few sitting areas for reading. Also, with that, we just awarded a bid last week for the parking.
Oh.
So we're going to put a brand new parking lot in and change the access of entering and exiting.
Well, that's really needed, more parking there for sure.
Right, they have
Their
so many
programs
events.
are very well attended.
Yep. Well, that's another thing you did. You talked about the Swiss community.
Yep.
You talked about it at the library and at the senior center, and also the Jewish community, which was huge. Both of them were packed.
Yeah, we had to do it a couple times actually. People are very interested in the history of Ellington, and so I'll put a plug in for our new Ellington Historical Society this year. So we kind of changed our motto, not our motto, but how we get people to come to the museum. So in the past, it was open, Thursdays, 1 to 3. Nobody basically comes because there's so many house museums in Ellington. And once you go, why do you want to go back? So we changed by saying, okay, we're going to be open once a month for an event, April through December. And last year's exhibit was the showcase of Crystal Lake. It was very cool, has some great history.
People love that. And
It
you
was
know,
great.
I try so hard, and it's, trying to get people from Crystal Lake involved in what we're
They
doing
loved
down
it.
here.
It was great. So this year's exhibit it happened in Ellington, believe it or not. And we have about, 6 to 8, we have these quirky stories that you would not believe happened in Ellington from the late 1800s, probably up to about the 1990s. And I'm not going to tell you what they are because you have to come and see, but it's going to open April 20th at Ellington's Earth Day celebration, Saturday. But one of the stories does kind of hook with the Ellington farmers market because it's the legend of the bouncing pickle, which happened in Ellington. And so we're going to have
Aren't you going to tell us a little bit?
A little bit.
Come on, you got to tell us.
I'll tell you, okay. So there was a Windermere Mill out by Village Street in Ellington, kind of towards the Rockville line on the end of Lower Butcher Road. There was a whole mill village. Windermere Mill started in the 1860s, and it was most successful making Civil War blankets, and I'm not sure if uniforms, but anyway, it was there for many years. It was a 5-story mill, burnt down. They rebuilt it to a 3-story mill. It was many, many things over the years, from a lace company to a balloon factory to all these things. So in the 1940s, it was a pickle factory. It was Greenfield Pickle Works, and they bought cucumbers from all the local farmers, grew cucumbers for them. Well, they were accused of selling rotten pickles and arrested the owner. So they go to court, and it wasn't a prosecutor, but he was maybe the head of a commission of agriculture or something. And so they say, oh, they're rotten because there's maggots, there's this. But the real reason, if you take a pickle and drop it from a foot off the surface, it should bounce, and the pickle splatted. Well, they basically found the guys guilty and chased him out of town. And this started a folklore that in Connecticut there is a law that a pickle has to bounce if it's dropped from a foot off the ground. It's not really a law, but nobody. But then the Hartford Yard Goats, every year, one game a season, they become Hartford's Bouncing Pickles, and they have paraphernalia, hats, the whole thing. They call themselves the Bouncing Pickles. I think it's because way back when they were asking for a name of the Hartford Yard Goats, one of the suggestions was Hartford Bouncing Pickles.
Wow.
And so it's this big. So it's but it's cool. So we're going to have lots of pickle stuff.
And a lot of things were invented in Ellington, believe it or not.
Yes, lots of
So you have to
things.
stay tuned on that one.
Lots of things. Famous people came and influenced Ellington. Lots. I'm not going to tell you anymore because you have to come and see.
So we have Earth Day coming up, which is a big event in the center of Ellington. So that's April 20th. And Nellie McKnight's will be open.
Yep.
And also, we'll have a lot of different vendors. We're changing it up.
Yes.
So
It'll be good.
what's going to be great too is, since the tragic fire in Summers, we're getting a special trailer that people can walk through. We're trying to get it and learn about what to do if there is a fire.
Oh, that would be great.
So we want to really
Safety
focus
things.
on safety and letting children and parents know what to do and what you should have and everything else.
Yep.
With that, I like to have a lot of my departments from the town have booths. Rotary will be there. We're having the dogs come again, the puppies
Oh, yeah.
for sale, and
We're going to have electric bikes, I know that.
that's great. A lot of whatever we
Yeah.
can do for Earth Day is huge. Also, the Boy Scouts will be collecting bottles again.
I think so, bottles and cans
Yep.
at the church.
And we'll be doing textiles. We'll be collecting different textiles.
Big brothers, big sisters will have a truck there
Yep.
for textiles and I believe small household goods. And then Habitat for Humanity is going to be there and they collect larger furniture. So you'll be able to just drive in the Nellie McKnight driveway and the trucks will be there. You'll be able to just drive up, drop your stuff off.
Yeah, that's great.
Drive right back out because it's a pull-through driveway.
Yeah, hopefully the weather's going to be great. And what else is happening in May? Right before Mother's Day, it's May 11th. The Ellington Women's Club are going to have their big craft fair on the green.
Yep, right there.
Also, when do you have at Nellie McKnight's, the antique?
Oh, so May 4th, which is opening day of the farmers market, also at the Nellie McKnight Museum, we're having a vintage and antique market. And this is a vendor's market. Vendors are renting a booth to sell vintage and antique items. It's not a flea market. It's not like we've had in the past. It's more specialized. Hopefully we'll have an appraiser on hand so that you could bring something from your house and maybe he'll give you an opinion on how much it's worth. It's not going to be an official official certified it's worth, but you could get an idea what your item is worth. We still have some openings. It's a big space, 20 by 20 space, so that you can pull your vehicle and keep it on the space and work out of your vehicle. The fee is only $40, and right now we probably are up to almost 20 vendors, so we do have space for a few more. If you're interested, go on Ellington Historical Society website, which is ellingtonhist, HIST, soc.org.
Wow.
And there's a link, you can apply to be a vendor. It's going to be really good.
So, and that is going to be a week before Brimfield,
Right,
which is huge.
yeah.
But,
So a much easier way than going to Brimfield.
Yeah, I think it'll be great. A lot
Yeah,
of people
there's some
have.
great dealers coming.
So with that, we're doing I don't know if people realize it, Department of our Public Works, we have a whole recycle area.
Yeah.
TVs, paint, refrigerators, washing machines, all different things. Cardboard, I bring cardboard down once a week, I think. It's just a great way to move your things along.
Yeah, very convenient. They take items, they take household items, they take everything. There's a little, is his thing open that you can
The
come and
swap
take what
shop is open.
swap shop. So you can bring household goods, you can take something that's in there. Just be a little reasonable, I think, that somebody would really want it.
Right. If you have a vacuum cleaner, you're moving, or you have central vac now, you don't use it, but it's a good vacuum cleaner, it works.
That's great.
Bring it down to Sam.
If it's broken, however, it goes in the recycling part, not
Right.
in the swap shop. So
Right.
it's usable things in the swap shop.
And it's been working out quite well.
Yeah.
So it's amazing that we finally have a great place to bring stuff right in
Yeah,
the
it's
center
really
of town.
good.
Now, he is open on Saturdays, and this is how he told me, on recycling week.
Oh, okay.
So last week was recycling
you got to
for
look at your
everybody.
calendar that
Right.
you get in the mail.
And then eventually I want to, in the summer, get it open for every Saturday.
And he has connections with, like, Big Brothers Big Sisters comes, and they take the items they want. So we're really helping to recycle and reuse.
And the whole just behind this is even just bringing textiles down.
Yeah.
We're turning over textiles like crazy there.
Yeah.
We are getting these things out of the garbage and saving our tonnage.
Yeah,
So
big time.
it's great.
So one more thing that I would like to say about the farmers market is, and it's kind of a plea, so we have applied to Sustainable Connecticut for a matching grant. And they will give us, the farmers market, $7,500 if we can get $7,500 in donations from a minimum of 75 people. So I don't need 75 people giving $100. I could have 750 people giving us $10. If you go to the Ellington Farmers Market website, ellingtonfarmersmarket.org, there's a donate button right there. Boom. If anybody could possibly go on and give us $10 donation, it would be incredible. And this money will be used for also for our matching farmers market nutrition program. It can be used for musical entertainment and all the costs that we have to run the market.
You do have a lot of costs.
We have a lot of costs. So to clear, I'm a volunteer. So we do have one employee, one part-time employee, and that employee does all searching for grants, which is huge. She basically funds her salary by getting grants back. She does all the social media. She does the newsletter. She is fantastic. I am not paid. I'm a volunteer, and anyone else you see is volunteer. So
And you're there every Saturday, which is incredible.
I'm taking 2 off this year.
But the whole entire time of the farmers market, you're right there.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's a lovely place. We want it to be just a lovely place for people to want to come and visit your friends, visit your family. The picnic tables from Arbor Park are going to be moved down there.
You're also going to, people can go get a cup of coffee and something
the
from
other thing.
Luann's
Yeah,
and sit and relax and talk to your friends.
So this year what we've added is we are having a food truck once a week. 2 different food trucks. They are alternating, or they're there different weeks, but one will be there always. And so you can get a hot breakfast sandwich, or lunch too. So it's more breakfast sandwiches, breakfast tacos, breakfast wraps, 2 different groups. And one of them actually grows a lot of their own stuff. They grow their own chicken and their own eggs and their own vegetables. It's a farm to table, not really table, but to farmer's market food booth. So it's great. So that's an addition to get something to eat for breakfast.
You know, it amazes me if you don't get there early for seafood.
Oh, the fish market is great. That is the best seafood you can find anywhere. They're located, their base is Willimantic, but they get their fish off the boats from Stonington, Connecticut. There's a small commercial fishery still going on in Connecticut, the only one. It's in Stonington, and those boats go out a long way, and that's where they get their fish.
I love their shrimp cocktail. It's fantastic, and their scallops. Everything is very
it's
good.
really good. The people are lovely that run it too.
Yeah, but they're packed all the time.
Yep, it's good.
Now you have Smith Farm still with their milk?
Smith Trinity Farms is a very small dairy farm in Enfield. It's, I think, 3rd generation, and they have a small processing plant. Unfortunately, what happened to them, everybody's asking, right at the end of the winter market, their equipment, they lost a part in their processing plant, and it took 3 weeks to get the part, and so they were shut down. They basically had to throw their milk away.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really sad. But they're up and running again, and it's a complete family run. They only milk about 50 cows. It's small.
Right. So I might as well ask the question, and I know the answer, but we'll put it out there. How come you don't have Ellington's Modern Milk Band?
Oh, there?
Yeah, because
Oh,
you
at
already
the
have
market?
Smith's.
Yeah, because our philosophy, and so many people apply to be vendors at the market. So basically, my philosophy in accepting vendors, if we have that already, we're not having another one, because I really want to protect these guys. It is a big deal to schlep all your stuff down there on Saturday. And so if I have, not everything is only one, but certain things, I have to monitor and see how much they sell. If they sell out every single week and don't have one thing left, then I have to get another. But if they're bring enough, then I don't get another. For example, there'd only be one chicken, one beef, one pork vendor, but we need 6 or 8 produce vendors because
Right.
that's. So especially crafts, if you're wanting to apply, crafts are very limited because we want to maintain food and farm. That's our priority, food and farm. Crafts we can throw in there, but we're not going to have duplicates. I'm not going to have 3 soap vendors or.
But we also have a great Leatherman.
Oh yeah, we have Arlo.
Yeah.
So that's the story. You can apply. There are only guest vendor spots available, depending on the theme, and it all depends on what we already have. Like, I'm not going to have 3 jewelry vendors on our craft day. We'll have 1.
Right.
Because I want to just hope that they will succeed.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's a lot of work, like you said.
A lot of work.
Dragging everything down there, setting up, spending the
Yeah,
whole
it's a lot.
morning and everything else.
Yep, but Oak Ridge Dairy's coming first week of June to show us all about their digester, what they're about, what they're going to bring their big monster truck down there that runs by itself. So we love Oak Ridge Dairy.
Wow, they do a lot too.
Oh yeah, they're very supportive. They've done Couch at Bingo for us in the past for a fundraiser, which was huge. They're very, very supportive of us. They bring calves for people to pet.
Yeah, they're
Lovely.
well, we have a lot of, I love watching on Facebook of different businesses that are donating.
Yeah, our market partner program, it's open right now. We're looking for partners, and that's how we fund music, Kids Power, produce, matching.
So how does that
farmers
work
market.
if you have a business?
Go online, farmers market. It depends on the level, and according to the levels of donations, we put you on our website, we give you a Facebook thing. Certain levels you can have a spot at the market at the higher levels, it's just been a great program, and our town businesses have supported it unbelievably.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Well, we're going to wrap this up, and I want to thank you so much. And once again, thank you for all you do and spending so much time organizing. And people have no idea behind the scenes what you do.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I enjoy it. I love to give back. It's a great way.
Well, everybody appreciates it. And everybody have a nice, great spring.